Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Smurfy and today we are playing Arclight Phoenix Blue-Red in Historic. You've probably seen this deck before, I think everyone's familiar with it at this point. I'm not really going to delve too much into the deck other than the fact that, yeah, that's about it. There's nothing really special about this version of the list. They're all pretty much the same. The only thing is I've decided to go with 4 Consider over Opt, just because I'd rather put a card into a graveyard than scry it to the bottom. Other than that, let's just get straight into some games. This hand is very unfortunate with the mana base, because otherwise this would have been like, if these were untapped, this would have been like a really smooth hand. I think we'll still keep, but if one of these was a Steam Vent, the hand would have been significantly stronger. But it should still be fine though. Our opponent's not even got any backs on their cards, which is odd. That must be the default. I have not seen that in a while, I don't think. Healer's Hawk. Oh, I reckon that our opponent is playing the bird deck that I've made a couple of videos on, where you just cheat Sapphire into play. We will find out though. I hope they are, because that deck is sweet. And it's probably a bad matchup for us actually, because we don't have a way to answer Sapphire. We don't have any like hard removal spells, it's all damage based. Oh no, it's the Soul Sisters deck. Oh, that's nowhere near as fun. No way near. Do we really care about Daxus? I guess. We'll go ahead and consider first, see if we can find another land drop. Stormwing Entity, yeah, we don't need that right now. Yeah, I think we want to put that in the graveyard as well. I guess we do want removal, but kind of want land. Yeah, we're going to put that into our graveyard. We draw another Consider. You know, I'm just going to try and find another land with this as well. Yes. And we still don't get our land. Okay. We can just like interact on a very small level with like Unholy Heat and Crash Through and stuff like that, but I'd rather just dig for our lands so we can operate like in full force. Opponents played in Impassioned. I don't even know how you say that, but I think they might be on the Heliod combo version of the deck with this many ETB effects. Here I guess we just iteration. So we'll put looting in the bin. I guess we could keep looting, we've got the Arclight. Still no lands, okay, so one of them goes in our hand. I guess the looting, because we're going to lose the other two anyway. That's super unfortunate that we haven't hit a land drop in 2, 3, 4, a lot of draws and a lot of surveils. Just going to play another 2/2. Fortunately, they haven't done too much other than gain some life and make some 2/2s. Here we go, and it's of course it's another tap land. You know what, we're going to Faithless Looting, and we're going to try and get a Phoenix into play this turn. Oh, another Phoenix in the graveyard, that's perfect. So we'll discard the other Phoenix, and I guess a Sulphur Falls. Yeah. So we'll play the Steam Vents, pay the 2. We will Crash Through. We don't need another land now. Of course they all come at the same time. Oh, another Phoenix. And then I think we're just going to Unholy Heat the Daxus here. Yeah, we'll Unholy Heat this. Another land to the graveyard. So this should get 2 Phoenixes, I think. Yeah. Oh, I forgot that this has to attack as well. But the Phoenix don't. I should have kept those back really. I'm just gonna play another 2/5. Okay. Yeah, definitely should have kept the 2 Phoenixes back. That was a big mistake. I don't know why, but I thought these have to attack. Maybe I'm getting muddled up with the Channeler. I'm not sure. We'll start off with another Phoenix, another looting. We don't really want an opt. Do we really want this Lightning Axe? I don't think so. Maybe we need it to answer the Daxus. Should have played the Channeler first, really, but we'll play it now. Ditch the land, and oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, we'll keep that because we can Lightning Axe this turn. I guess we could have just got rid of it and hoped to draw a 1-mana spell. That might have been better here. That'll be fine. Oh, that is perfect. We do want to keep that on top. So you should get another Phoenix here. Yeah. We'll keep 2 creatures back for blocking, and then next time we should just have lethal, assuming they don't gain a ridiculous amount of life. Obviously our opponent has got screwed on mana as well, so we've been, although we were very unlucky, because we had so much card draw, we managed to draw out of it. So we'll... do we want to do this first? Yeah. For an instant, do they have any blockers? Not currently. I guess we'll go with Consider. And possibly Faithless Looting here. Yeah, we just want to draw another Phoenix if we can do. We'll cast Consider first. I don't think it makes any difference. And another Faithless Looting in the bin. We'll stick the Mountain in there as well. Yeah, again, we just want to find a Phoenix. So much scrying and surveying and everything. Discard 2 cards. Sure. Stick the Mountain in the bin, and there's the extra Phoenix. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yeah. Got there. It took a it took a lot of surveying to do that, but we got there. Sweet. On to the next one. What have we got here? Yeah, this hand looks fine. It's pretty land heavy, but we'll keep it. And we'll lead off with Spire Bluff Canal into Dragon Rage Channeler. What's our opponent's sleeve? Oh, it's a rat. It must be Year of the Rat then or something. Let's start with Consider. Faithless Looting is fantastic. We'll keep that. And then let's go Mountain into Faithless Looting. We don't really need an opt. Well, we can quite easily get rid of a 4th land and I guess Crash through. It's weaker than Consider, so yeah. And we'll just pass the turn. I assume we're against some sort of mono red deck, judging by the Lava Runner as their first play. I guess you could play that in a Izzet deck, but there's just better options, like Dragon's Rage Channeler. And Thermo Alchemist, sure. Unholy Heat we do want, so we'll keep that on top. And we'll discard the Steam Vents here because we've got better options and the Footfall Crater. The reason we're playing this is because it's an enchantment, so it helps enable Delirium, and at worst case scenario it just cycles for 1. And I think we're just going to consider here and just keep looking for Phoenixes to go in the graveyard, that kind of stuff. 2 lands into the graveyard and we draw another Consider. I think I want to just Unholy Heat this now, because otherwise it's just going to get in a bunch of damage unnecessarily. And we'll swing for 3 here. Our opponent hasn't done much yet, just because they're like trying to set up with their Alchemist and stuff like that, but their deck can definitely do a lot of damage very quickly. They're probably playing the 2-drop as well, which is 2 mana, 2/1 when enters battlefield, shock your opponent, that kind of stuff. And then it's going to have a load of direct damage. Oh, that's a really good draw. And then we'll Consider first. Yeah, we'll keep that. Oh shit, I just pressed the wrong button. I find it really weird that it does it on top of your deck here when you Surveil. When you do it with Consider, when I feel like it should be up here, like when you Scry. Oh well, that's fine. I guess we might as well crash through. Yeah, we'll keep that. That's a good clock. We just need to get our opponent dead as quickly as possible now, because the opponent's going to be able to burn us out pretty quick. But they have used 2 of their Wizard's Lightning already. I'll light up the stage. That's really lucky for us that they hit 2 lands. Definitely didn't want to see a bunch of Lightning Strikes and Wizard's Lightning there. What do we want to do now? We can Expressive Iteration and try and hit a land and something to do. Yeah, we'll give this a go. Choose one of them, put into your hand. We do not want any of these. That's not good. I guess we'll put the Phoenix, because then we can loot it away. Instead of it going into an exile at the bottom of our deck. Doesn't really make a difference here, sure. We'll loot in cases by some miracle we draw something. To be fair, this may work. Okay, that went a lot better than I was expecting towards the end. Obviously we're going to have to attack. We can't just not attack and keep it back for blocking. The only cards in their deck that I assume would have haste is going to be the Lava Runner. Most other things I would expect are going to have Summoning Sickness. Do we want to take 4 damage, or do we want them to draw 3 cards? I think we take the 4 damage here. So next time our opponent casts it, we will let them draw the cards, just because otherwise we're down to 1. And they will probably draw more than 4 damage worth of spells, but it's more of how long it takes them to cast them. Really like our opponent's deck. I might have to make a video on that one. Any sort of aggressive deck with stuff like Skewer the Critics, Light Up the Stage, and particularly Risk Factor, I really like. I tried playing Risk Factor in Modern, in Burn, when you play against all the hand disruption decks, so like Jund, because they Inquisition you and stuff like that, and you end up with no cards in hand. Whereas Risk Factor, you basically get 2 goes at it, so I really liked that. Anyway, what have we got in our graveyard that we can do? We'll consider and... Oh, we could Expressive Iteration. Is that better than Faithless Looting? Probably. Oh no, the Phoenix is going to go into the deck somehow. I guess we could put it into hand. And then that into our library, and then we'll have the Faithless Looting in exile so we can discard it. Yes, we'll put the island into the graveyard. So then we can go... Oh shit, that's going to put us down to 3. I don't think we can afford to go down to 3. So if we shock, we can then Faithless Looting, discard the Phoenix. We will have then cast enough spells to bring it back. No, we can't do that. Absolutely no way we can go down to 3 against this deck. Skewer the Critics. Have they got something else? Yes, they do. Fair enough. I thought we maybe had an out towards the end, but they were just too quick with those last 3 spells. This hand looks fine. We're not up to much too... I guess we've got the 2-drop. Yeah, this hand is fine. Quite like the artwork for this. I'm not sure what they're supposed to be. But yeah, we've got plenty of stuff to do, and we've got finally some reasonable land. We'll keep. Opponent's background on their cards is Lightning Bolt, which worries me. Oh, they're leaving off of Island, okay. So we've got either Shock or Consideration to use this turn. Opponent going into a Hinterland Harbour. Interesting. I don't know what that could be. Yeah, we don't really need another land. We'll stick that in the bin and draw a Crash 3. That's fine. We'll just straight away play the Sprite Dragon and swing in for 1. Oh, they got a Trickster. Okay, so they're probably a blue-green flash deck then. I'm not sure what the green is for. There is that Wolf that's like 4 mana for a 3/3, create a food token and then sack a food token, make it indestructible. But is that really worth splashing for? Another Trickster, sure. Ah, we're gonna lose it drawing, getting counters. Yeah, that's fine. If that's the case, maybe we just iteration now. one of them into our hand. I think we want the Phoenix in our hand. We'll find a way to discard it. Shouldn't be too hard to find a Faithless Looting or a Axe. Collected Company, okay. The fuck? Are they merfolk? Is that a tribal thing in Historic? I haven't seen this yet. Or I've seen it once, but I just assumed it was some random person just trying to make it work. Okay, so let's lead off with Faithless Looting. Actually, now if we think about this, we're going to probably cast Unholy Heat, Faithless Looting, and Crash Through. If that's the case, I'd rather cast Crash Through first to be more likely to find another Arclight to discard the looting. So it just means one extra card on top of the deck. If it's a Phoenix, we get another one. Alternatively, if we Faithless Looting first, we could draw another Unholy Heat and remove 2 creatures. And the second option does sound more beneficial. So obviously we're going to get rid of the Phoenix. We've got sorcery, instant, and land at the moment. And that'll be creature, but hopefully it won't stay there for long. We'll get rid of the island. Shit, no, we probably shouldn't have done that. Well, we'll crash through, see what we get. Okay, that was pretty fortunate. Does any of these give Island Walk? I feel like one of them does. No. So we've got removal for 1 and then 2 blockers. So things aren't looking too bad. Oh, that's pretty bad. I like our opponent's deck, it's pretty cool. All of these are uncommons and not rares. I think I might actually have all the cards for this deck. Oh, they got another 1-drop or something? I think we are just dead here. Yeah, that is just going to be game. Fair play to our opponent. I'll let them kill us. I guess I'll kill a Lord. I should have killed that during my turn. Oh, it only does 2 because the Phoenix is back. Oh yeah, it's definitely game. Well played. That was a surprisingly good deck from our opponent. I thought that was going to just be some really shitty tribal deck, but no, that was really good. Fair. I forgot to hit record. We just kept to 7 and our opponent had played a farmland, so nothing has happened yet. And we drew Unholy Heat for turn. So we'll lead off with a Shock into a Channeler. This crater is going to make these Unholy Heats so much easier to enable Delirium. We will Shock again. Might as well play one of the Channelers and we'll get in for 2. Sorry, 2? 1. Was our opponent going to counter this? Oh my god, their sleeves are amazing. I know people say they're like, are you a cat or a dog person? But like, you can like both, and I absolutely love both, and that is adorable. Let's just swing for 1 first. We'll end the turn. We can always do this during their end step. Actually, if we're going to do anything, we might as well cycle this, because this works with Arclight Phoenix, whereas cycling obviously doesn't. Okay, so play the Sulphur Falls. Let's go Consider first. Get a bunch of Surveil triggers. Yeah, I guess we can keep that on top. No, we just want to draw a Faithless Looting for this Phoenix, right? And also discard. and put a bunch of stuff into the graveyard. Ooh, no, we want that. We'll lead off with the Faithless Looting here. I wonder, would Faithless Looting be better or worse if the discarding 2 was part of the cost? I guess it would be worse because you can't do it when you're Hellbent. I don't really want to use Crash Through here. Feels like a bit of a waste. Wait, do we have... Yeah. Okay, we're just going for 2 here. I don't really want to waste the Surveil triggers on this. Because we're going to obviously keep the Faithless Looting on top. If we know we're going to keep it on top, then it just feels pointless to use Crash Through. And as we're against a blue-white deck, we're probably just going to pitch one of these Unholy Heats. I guess you can keep it for Planeswalkers. Okay, let's try this again. You're going to memory lapse it again? Wow. Alright, well, we'll just draw it again and try this again. We don't want opt. Oh, we kind of do want another Faithless Looting. Wait, do we? No, not really anymore. Okay, our opponent's going to have to find some way to answer these now. They've got Wrath of God in blue-white. Possibly Settle the Wreckage. I think Settle the Wreckage is in this format. I'm pretty sure it is, right? I can't think of any other decent board wipes though. There's obviously Declaration in Stone. I think there's Declaration in Stone. Jesus Christ. Historic is like the hardest format to learn, I swear. Like even Vintage, at least you know that it could be pretty much anything. Or in Legacy, you know the card pool. But in Historic, I feel like it's just... You just don't know. There's too many things that are and are not in the format to know. Must be Settle the Wreckage, right? 3, 6, 9. We'll play the pet, or the Sprite Dragon. Sorry, they call it Dorat, the perfect pet, but it's Sprite Dragon. And then this way we can attack with all of them. And if they have one piece of spot removal, we can Unholy Heat whatever the piece of spot removal is, and the rest will kill them, because this will put the counter on here, and it's still 8 regardless. So they need 2 pieces of spot removal here. They're going to commit 1. Oh, we definitely won that. Yeah, our opponent's conceded. Yeah, so we had to do that in response to the in response to the bounce, because then it puts the counter on the Sprite Dragon. Still is 3, 6, 7, 8. Sweet. That was a strange game, but we got there. On to the next one. This hand looks cool. We'll keep this. I swear we always start with a Dragon's Rage Channeler in hand. That's gonna be the best turn 1 play in the deck, right? But yeah, we'll keep this. We've got the perfect 2 cards to discard to Faithless Looting. Yeah. I was looking at some lists online, and I saw a lot of them playing 4 ops, but no consider. And surely Consider is just strictly better in this deck because you'd rather something in the graveyard than the bottom of your deck. Yeah, we'll keep. I don't know why, but yeah. So I'm playing 4 Consider. I did end up upping the ops as well. Opponent leads off with Castle Locthwain and a Mountain. Oh, okay. Arcanist is pretty good. So we'll go Soulful Falls, and I think we're just going to have to Consider straight away. Because we need to enable Delirium as soon as possible now to get rid of this. Because if our opponent goes like... yeah, I guess we will have to pitch it. And we draw another one. And then we'll cycle this. Obviously we can't attack. Yeah, so if our opponent goes like Inquisition and then attack, and then they get to Inquisition us again, that's so powerful. Young Pyromancer. Oh no, if they have Inquisition here, I don't know. I don't know how we ever win. Oh, Fatal Push. Okay, that's absolutely fine. It's not ideal, but it's nowhere near as bad as it could be. Have we got Delirium yet? 3. No, what are we missing? Creature, instant, enchantment. So land or sorcery. We could be greedy and opt first and hope to draw a land. Otherwise we're just going to start falling behind. Yeah, fuck it. They haven't got an Inquisition in the graveyard yet. We actually want that, so we'll keep it on top and hopefully that'll find us a land next turn. We've got 2 Unholy Heats as well. 3 mana, put Lurrus into your hand. And then 1 mana to play. Oh, okay. Should probably start off with looting. And we'll pitch the Phoenix for sure. And we'll get rid of one of the 2-drops. I guess we loot again and see if we can find any more Phoenixes, which we don't. We'll keep the Falls obviously over the island, and we'll get rid of an opt. This is going to really suck if they do have a 5th land, because then they can just go Lurrus, bring back the Arcanist. Which they can. Great. I also wouldn't be surprised if they somehow sack off or kill this and then bring that back instead, because then you just make a 5/5. Well, there's the Lurrus, and there's the Arcanist. Okay. Maybe should have held back on the burn spell. Let's go Channeler first and Consider. I guess we could do with another land. No, I don't. Oh, that looks pretty good. We'll take that. We'll just get rid of Lurrus straight away. And we definitely want that in the graveyard. They've got another fatal push, unfortunately. I do really like our opponent's deck as well. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Wait, what? Surely you sacrificed this. Or is there no other way other than Lurrus to get it back? That seems crazy if there's no other way. Oh my god, what the fuck is the artwork on that? That is incredible. That's got to be one of my favourite artworks I've seen on a Magic card. Or like the style as well. That looks incredible. Really like that. I'm not normally a fan of all these new artwork things. Because I think that there's too much inconsistency in all the look of all the different Magic cards. But that Inquisition looks really nice. Oh, it's in another language when it's in your graveyard as well. That's weird. I like how the writing goes down, but I think that's more to do with the language than it is to do with the design of the card. I think our opponent's actually running out of things to do. Put one into hand. That'd be this. And then one into your library. This. And then here. So now we can Lightning Axe to kill something and discard the Phoenix. Obviously we can't really attack at this point. We need to keep ourselves alive. Our opponents ran out of gas really quickly considering they had two Dreadhorde Arcanists, a Village Rites and a Lurrus. And as much as I hate having their Lifelinker stay around, I don't know if there's a way for them to reanimate it any other way, like an Unearth style card, and I don't really want to find out the hard way. So we can express Evisceration, but we have to hit a land, otherwise we can't bring back the other Phoenix. We'll give it a go. So one of them into our hand. The Mountain. And then one of them to a library, the Steam Vents, and we'll exile this. We have to crash through this turn if we want to use it. And then... oh, do we actually need to kill this Pyromancer? Maybe we just opt instead. And keep the Unholy Heat for another Arcanist or something a little bit more concerning. Yeah, fuck it. I don't think we need a channeler now. We're gonna have two Phoenixes. Maybe that's good enough. Yeah, we get to surveil a lot as well. We'll get in with two of them because we do need to kill our opponent eventually. I think leaving any more than one back is a little bit too conservative. Opponent's going to shock. Why on earth would they shock here? What have they got? Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Why do they need 4 more mana? Jesus Christ. 2. If we can bring back... oh shit, they're 1 life over if we can bring back 2 Phoenixes. So if we play double Channeler this turn and Unholy Heat, we'll then have 3, 4 removal spells. Or, well, we can block 3, so 1, 2, 3, kill this, and then we would take 2. And that's assuming they don't draw a removal spell. Alternatively, we can loot and hope we go off that way. But we'd have to draw literally a land. No. We'd have to draw a an untapped land and a spell that we can cast that costs 1 mana. Yeah, we're just going to have to hope that we have enough here. So they're going to activate Castle Locthwain here, I would expect. Yeah. So we do it like that and then use the removal spell on the Pyromancer. Yeah. Oh, is the Sprite Dragon enough? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're going to go up to 10. And then I guess the Sprite Dragon would be lethal. Assuming they don't have a kill spell. If they have a kill spell, then we're not looking great. I still think it's fine. Yeah, we'll keep that. Because if they had a removal spell, they would have used it by now, right? To keep one of their tokens alive or something. Yeah, that's lethal. God, that was a good game. I thought we were going to get absolutely buried in card advantage when they had the double Dreadhorde Arcanist with Dolores, but we managed to somehow keep going. I think that's probably going to be enough games for this deck for today. If you would like to see any other style of deck or anything like that, any sort of historic deck, modern deck, standard, legacy, potentially vintage. I've played a little bit of vintage, but if there's any decks you want to see be played, please feel free to leave a comment in the bottom of the video. Obviously, I'm a very, very small channel, so if you leave a comment, I pretty much am guaranteed to respond because I just don't get many comments. That was the deck. If you want to see more content, subscribe. If you don't, then goodbye. Thank you very much.